કેમ છો? આજે લોકો મને પ્રશ્નો પૂછે છે. હા, શું તમને ક્યારે ભારત ગયો છો? ના, હું ભારત આવ્યો નથી. તેથી જે તમને ગુજરાતી શીખવે છે. હા, હું મારી જાતની શીખવું છું. હું ઘરે ગુજરાતી ભણું છું. Hey everyone, this is Yakety the Free here, playing in the Hell Hades 2025 free to play challenge. It's day 49, I believe. Yeah, Ogam Pachas. So 49 in Gujarati, Ogam Pachas. So I was just saying hello to anybody that speaks Gujarati and a couple questions that I frequently get asked when I'm out in public practicing languages with strangers. Have you ever been to India? No, I haven't. Uh, who and is teaching you Gujarati? I learned it at home. I study at home. So it warms my heart and it gives me a sense of soul, if you will, to connect wholesomely and purely with complete strangers in that way. And it also lowers my ego knowing that I am the lesser when I'm communicating in a language that I'm not fluent in. And it's a great experience to know that it's a gain of knowledge and they're willing to share. So today in the leaderboard, Yakety the Free is even at 8,900 points. And I'll show you how I acquired a few of these points. And Front Cat Herder has a big lead still at 450 points. And I squeaked a little above Hell Hades, but I think he's going to progress in a couple more days farther than me in the Doom Tower Hard. So he's going to start surpassing quite soon, I think. So if I shrink this down to the not for old people setting here and we go back up, I apologize for the time it takes me to navigate this sometimes. However, I think you're patient enough to see. If you take a look here, Yakety the Free has started to spray paint his Great Hall. So now I'm in fourth overall on the Great Hall with 46. And one of them is a 10, and two of them are at fives. So I could easily, if I didn't go for Arbiter, be at about 60, at least 60. Didn't make any sense to me. Now I can do whatever I want since I've got Arbiter. And you'll see I'm probably going to be pretty easy for me now to maintain a top 10 position for the rest of this challenge here. Didn't pick up any stars yesterday. I tried in the crypts with 500 still. I'm in second overall on both leaderboards here. Oh, and somebody just did a 12th Simba 98. That's their 12th 6 star. So I've been bumped, but it's all good. I'm not really too concerned. This is, I think it's 5 or 10 points per that. Anyways, the Great Hall. Everything's filled in to at least a one down here where my face is blocking. So I call it spray painting because or spray bomb. If you're into the auto restoration and painting industry, you'll understand that term. And I have a three here and a two and a two and a two. So I'm starting to try to fill in little bits here or there. And it takes 37 gold medals. So that's essentially you need 10 wins to upgrade to a two. 10 wins in gold four or five. And I'm not having any real difficulties in arena. I'm having more difficulties with these pop-ups. But let's take a look at the arena. And I can't really still fight too many teams that aren't, one man because of where I am, so close to platinum. But if we look in the battle log, you know, here's a team that didn't have a speed lead with a Demitha who was she's pretty fast because my Arbiter's 270. And this Demitha was just behind my Arbiter with her 30% arena speed lead. So that tells me this Demitha is almost 300 speed. She was fast. But I cheaped the Alice and I took this team out like nothing. However, when we look at the defense, if you want to see somebody that was determined for a victory, check this out. This I don't know how you would say PS or BST twice here, but they tried 3 times unsuccessfully with a speed lead, two mythicals, and an Odin, and they failed 3 times in a row. Then they came back. I don't know if they switched gear, if it was RNG or whatever. Frankly, I'd be embarrassed if I was them. And I would have probably done the same as them, knowing that there's no way with 614 battle power with this team, how did they lose to my defense? Arbiter has 35k battle power. If you can't see it, obviously you can't see it if you're curious, okay? There's no way I should be beating a properly built team. And I forget this Kreela, I don't know, but I'd be embarrassed. And I have to call that out. They're a max level account. I guess they're used to running over noobs. They ran into somebody who's not a noob. Sucker. Sucker. How do you have more mythicals on one arena team than I've ever pulled in my entire on any accounts? That's crazy to me. And anyways, I shouldn't make too much fun because Karma's probably going to come bite me for that. So let's take a look at Curse City. I did something yesterday, and I finally decided to get my Dawncaller Sabitha, her T6 Mastery. So if we take a look in the rankings, Yakety the Free now has 37 stages cleared on normal. And the key was over here for Scarab Boss, is I solo this with Dawncaller Sabitha. I'm going to show you briefly. You can't do it on auto because she'll buff herself. But I had some difference in gear that I put on her. She was in a destroy set to get this done. However, I'm just going to show you with the War Master procs. That's where all her damage came from. Okay, so the boss can't kill her because of the mastery that I have. That when she's below 50% HP, she heals for 5% of the damage done. And as she was using the destroy set, she's every 25%, she's hitting the boss harder and she's healing for more than the boss was hitting her for. And I have the screenshot to show you. I can't afford to do the gear swap, and it's a 20-minute fight to do it. But I'm sure you get the idea. I know I've shown this before, but if this is your first time seeing my content, and you have a Sabitha, and you have a Blood Shield ring, and you have a blessing for her, you can get through this Scarab boss. No question about it. Okay. So I'm gonna actually let's leave it run on auto to see how quick it takes to die, and for Sabitha to die because she's gonna die now. But I'll show you the screenshot. I'm pretty certain I saved it. I hope I did. And she's a wonderful hero for free. We all got her potentially for free. You should have, right? And here it is. She almost did as much heals as shielding. She's in a destroy set. Took a lot of turns, almost the devil's number, all manual, all A1s, but it's absolutely possible to do this fight with your solo Dawncaller Sabitha. So I'm not going to be able to do it now. Maybe she could, but without putting on the destroy gear, it takes way too much time. So I'm going to show you her masteries. Okay, this is basically anything I put on was destroy set in these 4 items here. Okay, for the weapon, the helm, the chest, and the gloves. That's not what's important. What's important is the blood shield accessory. Stats don't really matter. The fact that it's HP for her is even better. But this mastery right here, this life drinker, she was going to die because the boss has decreased speed and I didn't have any resist on her. I couldn't build her with resist. So she would heal by 5%, which was almost 1,000 HP for whenever she was doing damage. And the War Master that you can't see because of my face, but I picked her the War Master, okay? So if you're having any struggles in Curse City, that you can use a Sabitha for this because all her A1 does is heal her. She's the only ally there, so she gets healed by 10%. With the Blood Shield ring, she always has a shield. No matter what happens, every time she hits the boss, Blood Shield procs. So then she heals for a percentage of her HP from that. Okay. And the other key is the emergency heal blessing. She's going to heal for 3% of her maximum HP. So basically, she's getting a 13% heal every time she A1s the boss, plus whatever from the Soul Drinker. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. Let's see what's here in the shop here. A whole bunch of shards, eh? Oh, by the way, in case you forget, tomorrow there's going to be ancient shards showing up in your shop again. You get 4, to my knowledge, every month. So it resets tomorrow. Now, somebody else got something pretty special. My soul. This is why I was speaking a little bit of Gujarati. They believe in a religion that's Hindu. They say that, you can get reincarnated, and as long as your soul is big enough or full of enough purity, you'll come back as something better than you were before. So Coldheart's almost got a max soul. I couldn't believe it. So I think I got two 6-star souls and a 5-star soul on 3 consecutive summons. I couldn't believe it. So when you give Coldheart or anybody this amount, you'll see that she picked up 23% more crit damage. And then she's got resistance and accuracy that go up by 40 each. And being a rare, she really needs to end that 1000 HP and 300 defense, this extra attack. Okay? It really helps your Coldheart. Do I even have a relic on her? Yeah, she's got some stupid relic, Rod of Blasphemy. It's just something to give her HP, survivability. If you look at my Coldheart now, this is 314 accuracy with 271 crit damage. She's 6% over the crit that she needs. Almost 3k attack. For a day 49 free to play Coldheart, I'm pretty happy about this. Mismatch set, don't really care. She got the job done to get the Arbiter. Now, I can't use her for what I'm going to show you, and I can't use my Arbiter either, because when I kill the enemies on this final Dark Fae boss, I have a relic on Tagore that anytime an ally dies, he gains 10% turn meter. So my Tagore was actually going ahead of my other people because Alice was killing everybody and I couldn't get it done. However, I've never done this without Kale no longer has the amulet or banner on because I put it on Coldheart. So I don't know if I'm going to be strong enough with my Kale to do what I normally do. But the first wave, I can auto, no question about it. As you see, it's no big deal. I'm only going to do this once. I'm going to do a full manual on the boss to show you. And hopefully it goes well. And if it doesn't matter. You can always do it again and again. Same as me. It's not always 100%. But oh, that didn't go very well. Anyways, what I try to make sure I do is use all my keys, no matter what. If I get fed up like yesterday, I couldn't, I think it was 3 shots in a row that I failed. So I said, forget it. I'm just going to farm a lower level of Dark Fate. And then if you get annoyed with that, then just do the Griffin. For me, it's not about maximum efficiency and setting an alarm, because then it's not fun. I'm not playing. I'm working and I'm stressing. So if I can't do this, I don't really care. And if I can't do it 3 times in a row, I put the toy back in the box and I bring out a new toy. Metaphorically, that means I go to a different stage. And eventually, that mentality has finally led to how happy I am, even when I'm not successful in the game, because I'll find something else that was successful. And for whatever reason, again, it messed up whose turn it was supposed to be. And I wipe. And that's what can happen to you on Dark Fate. I'm not going to show it to you again. That kind of thing happens. I'm pretty much done with this. Let's take a look here in where I was. I did one clan boss hit so far today. And oh, yeah, so anyways, 25.5 million. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a 2-key even on Force Affinity. But yesterday I decided to try 2 keys on Ultra Nightmare and I picked up a Divine chest. I didn't get any good loot, but it was the first Ultra Nightmare chest that this count got. Now, to make sure you're going to continue, if you're having any struggles, prioritize something that you want to get done and commit to it and do it. So what I did yesterday with the 500 energy that came, okay, Dathy was already done, but I said, okay, Sabitha needs her masteries. After I got her T6 so that I could do that Scarab boss, I started working on Taragi the Frog. So if you start looking here, day 49 on a free-to-play account, I have a whole lot of masteries on a whole lot of heroes. And that doesn't include some of what's going on here inside the champ vault. Okay. That's about it though when it comes to, max masteries on people. I've got a lot of, I think I've got 7 T6 masteries or 8. Not bad. Wishing you all the best. Please, if you do summon anything in this portal, don't expect to get what you choose. If you do, be thankful. Take care, everyone.